Man, trying to keep a woman nowadays is so hard as a man. Like literally it's so hard. Like this shit is on like insanity game settings type of shit. It's very, very difficult. It's frustrating as hell. Woman, I always gotta say it. A woman is always gonna have a flow of options. She's always gonna have support, and I get it. She because she's a female, obviously, and us men are basically medkits to women, meaning like whenever a woman's in distress or she's hurt or anything like that, us men is gonna come to her rescue and patch her up and put a band-aid on her and basically tell her she's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. We got your back. We're gonna make her feel comfortable. And then she's gonna begin to feel safe with that man. So that's why I said us men are basically med kits to women. Because women are survivalists anyway. You know, um, back then, this is before COVID, I was really that nigga. When I was in my early 20s, in my teens, I say from like 18 to like 20, 25, I was really in my prime. Going around fucking a lot of bitches from the dating apps, off the streets, escorts, all of the above. I've done it. And I was really that Chad in Tyrone. I'm pretty sure a lot of men would, they would basically envy me. And I understand. But nowadays, the dating scene has completely changed. It's not the same anymore. Because with me, my phone is dry as sand. I'm in droughts. I haven't talked on the phone with a female in years. I say a couple of years. And that shit is very, 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 very frustrating. So that's why I said in this video, keeping a woman nowadays is hard. Because at any given moment, she could just ghost you. Why? Because she has options. Every woman is famous to a man. To woman, every man is a fan. You know. I remember when I was in my early 20s, I would always used to be on the phone for hours talking with women, and they would fall asleep to my voice and saying how they love my voice and my voice is calm and peaceful. and a lot of them, they fell asleep to my voice. And I remember we used to always have long conversations at night. We could just talk about anything. This is before I had my mental health issues, and I was basically normal back then. But everything's changed. Everything changed. I remember I could always text a girl saying good morning, or she'd text me good morning, and that shit would really basically start my day off good. I'd be in a good mood, ready to take on the world, and possibly linking up with her. And that was back then. I've linked with so many girls, Elizabeth, Jennifer, Brianna, and the list goes on and on. Most of my girls I linked was from the dating apps, and from me somewhat cold approaching them. This is when I was in a relationship with Naima at that particular time. And my dumb ass was cheating on her. I had a beautiful girlfriend. That was my first love. She showed me a lot. And I did love her. And I was just still doing stupid shit when me and her was in a relationship. But every time me and her was, I was always taking her out, coming up with different plans, going to different restaurants, amusement parks. We went bumper carring on the bumper cars, bowling, to the movies, etc. A few concerts we went to. I remember when me and her went to go see Young Jeezy at 34th Street. That was lit. That was a lit night. I really fucked that up. And I truly miss her. But I can't do nothing now. It is what it is. It's out of my hands. But keeping a woman nowadays is so hard for me as a man. It's so hard to be in droughts, not having sex, consistent sex, like how I used to. I'm just not used to having droughts. I'm not used to not having sex all the time. I'm always used to having sex like at least 4 or 5 times a week. Because I was always fucking 4 or 5 times a week with different women. But these days it's just, I don't know how many women took the vaccine, and whatever's in that vaccine is starting to I guess messing with the woman's mind on how she views a man nowadays. Because women and their standards is just I already talked about this in my last video. I just can't deal with the standards. I gave up on these standards. I just can't do it. And I kind of really don't give a fuck about these standards. So whatever ideal of a man that they have in a head or image, I'm pretty sure he's not going to tolerate her bullshit like that. Every woman thinks a attractive man is going to treat her well, but he's going to come with problems too. Attractive men, I see them all the time. No homo, yes, they good looking, but they come with issues. We all have issues, but women, they have bigger issues. They just don't know how to pick and choose their men carefully. But once they get knocked up and go into a shelter with their kid or kids, then they want to pick the good men. I see a lot of excuse me. I see it all the time when I'm outside. Single mothers carrying a baby by themselves. They looking around, looking from left to right to see if that Captain Save-A-Hoe ass nigga is gonna come and, and save her and her kid. But I'm sorry, not every nigga is gonna be like that. Every nigga is not gonna be a Captain Save-A-Hoe. But it is a lot of Captain Save-A-Hoe ass niggas out there. And that's why the dating scene is fucked up now. But, and pardon me guys, I'm a little tired and I'm still making this video. I've been putting myself out there lately from time to time, not all the time. And I'm still, again, like I said in my last video, I'm still dealing with the same nonsense. And there's really nothing I could do in my situation but just be alone and just cry alone. I'm very, very bitter. I'm angry at women. I hate women, basically. Sometimes I don't even like women staring at me. But I'm very, very bitter towards women because all of the disrespect, I just cannot. I be getting a lot of flashbacks of the disrespects and me tolerating that shit from all types of women, all different ethnicities of women. And that's why I said all women ain't shit. You bitches ain't shit, and I stand on that. Y'all might think I'm playing, but I'm really not playing. I'm old enough to understand, and I know about woman nature, how they move, how they act, how they be flickering like a light bulb on and off. You just never know with woman. You just never know with woman. One minute y'all could be cool and laughing, cracking jokes in public. The next split second y'all could be arguing because she started it. And that happened to me a lot of times, man. With Brianna, my ex-girlfriend, Jennifer, Ashley from Long Beach. But I wasn't really attracted to her anyway. And then me and her eventually stopped talking. But and the list goes on and on, man. I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired. I'm really exhausted. I'm worn out like a fucking like worn out like worn out like I'm just I'm just worn out, man. I'm laughing because I have a lot of pain behind my laugh. And I'm laughing because I'm serious laughing. I'm laughing, but I'm serious. And I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry as fuck. Very angry. It's so embarrassing that I can't even keep a woman around. As a heterosexual man, I cannot keep a woman around. So many fucking faggots hovering all over her. And I can't even get her attention. It's crazy. But anyways, man, this is what I wanted to say. You have a good night. And pray for me. I'm out.